Hi everyone, this is Gina here and you're watching another episode of Gina Heart Lifestyle. Today we are here with the amazing Wonder Woman and of course author Merri Lee Marks, and she is the author of a book called The Giving Game, and I'll let you say the second half of the title.
Schemers, dreamers, and volunteer vixens come hell or high heels.
It's such a great title, and going off of that, can you please tell us what is the core message that you have in this book, and also why were you so inspired to write such a unique book about women and the cattiness in the philanthropy industry?
Well, it just seems so the antithesis of everything that philanthropy and charity represents.
Yes.
And to find this kind of behavior where people were searching for social recognition, for their name in the program, to be the star or the 60-year-old it girl in these situations was just like overwhelming to me. And so many different women had problems with working with other women in these different organizations because of the relational aggression and because of the shunning and all these mean girl tactics.
Yeah, and you talk about it as like an adult women's version of Mean Girls.
Oh,
that
completely.
happens.
Completely. They haven't changed it worked for them in high school, so they're still doing it.
And can you tell us about the whole feeling of walking into the gala, what everyone wears and what every woman is out to do?
Well, one of the things is everybody is looking to be dressed to the nines, especially if it's a black tie.
Yeah.
Wear lots of fabulous jewelry and make a fashion statement. Of course, since we're in Los Angeles, the red carpet is a big concept here, and even charitable events have their foam core boards with the names and so on.
So you can take your
so they
pictures
can do a whole like celebutante type of celebration.
Yeah.
Even if it is for like a hospital or a
Yeah.
So it brings it up to this glamour level. But as far as the clothing, it's designer clothing, and everybody wants to stand out. It's hairdressers, it's makeup artists. It's it depends on how much money you have to really play this game.
Yeah, and not only is it playing the game, it's also really about giving back to what kind of charitable causes you're interested in, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And
that's the main idea.
Yeah,
But this is all the peripheral stuff that ends up kind of overshadowing the main idea.
I think that's so fascinating. Can you tell us about one instance that maybe you remember that sticks out in your mind, where you're going to this event, you want to, be a charitable citizen and give back, and then something about social aggression comes up?
Well, the one thing that I talk about in the beginning of the book was walking into an event with another good friend of mine, and then all of a sudden everyone that we thought to be our close friends who were on this committee, we were all running this thing together, completely just stopped talking to us.
Yeah, just at the event.
At the event, that was it. We had
gosh.
no idea that this was going on. We didn't know what it was about, and we were just like flabbergasted. And then all of a sudden, the seating cards. We had, we moved on, and we were trying to like reconcile all this. Maybe this person was nervous. What was going on?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we realized we're not seated with our friends. We are seated in social Siberia, like near the kitchen.
Near the exit in the back.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And it was like a shocking thing because we kind of thought that we were part of this group, and that it was magnanimous and it was all good, and it was just like a really crazy revelation.
And can you talk about the archetypes then? I know you mentioned there's 4 in your book.
Well, there's the philanthropista, which is the woman who is born to it, who is a true giver. She has the money, she has the good intentions, and she has the power to make it happen.
Is that you?
I would say that I'm okay. Now the next one is the altruista, who is there for the greater good and the real meaning of the cause, and she doesn't care about getting credit. She wants to get the job done, and the personal satisfaction. So it is everything that it says altruista, and I consider myself a combination of an altruista and a philanthropista.
Yeah,
kind of like a hybridized person.
Yeah, I like that. I would agree.
The other type is the faux philanthropista, which is the woman who wants to be high profile but is not, doesn't have the money, but boy, would it help her. It would really help her. And she wants the recognition, and she's vying and dying to be part of the Philanthropista group. So she's not doing it always for the right reasons. But she makes it, she's always ever present, and she's trying to make it as if. So she'll ride on everybody's coattails, and she will shun people and do all kinds of nasty things.
Yeah, and from that archetype on is people who kind of disrupt the whole meaning of what it means.
Well,
to
she's
give
the
back,
worst,
right?
because anybody who creates obstacles in charitable work the charity loses money because we lose time.
And then the fourth archetype.
The fourth archetype is the socialista, and she is a wealthy woman who will go to the opening of an envelope. Okay, and she will.
That's great.
Yes, and she is there to further her family's philanthropic reach.
Okay.
But she really doesn't want to do any kind of like work on it. She will give money. She will put her name in the catalog. She will endorse, and she will show up in between all her appointments with her paid friends, her trainers, her hairdressers, her personal shoppers, her housekeepers, her nannies, and so on. And so she's out there so that the family name, whatever it is, you know, Joe Schmo, gave to the opera, gave to the this, gave to the that, and then all of a sudden this family, which was fairly well known, will become very well known.
Yeah. For the people who are viewing this video right now, what else can they find in the book that we haven't discussed about yet?
What else can they find in the book? Well, I think that's so important. Well, that we have discussed about embracing your cause, because everybody has personal themes and things, and you should really, really, go in that direction.
Yeah, and you're an art and a dance supporter, right?
I'm an art and a dance supporter. I'm involved in conservancy and sustainability. I'm also involved with the Los Angeles Library Foundation. I believe in education and children's causes and so on. So it's like there's nothing that I wouldn't give to. I think it's important to get out there and be involved in your community, and this is a way to also welcome more people into this arena, more women into this arena, to understand what it's about and to educate them. And philanthropy is now having a renaissance. So it's a new place for employment, it's a new place for ideas, we are reinventing it. So by reinventing all the structure of philanthropy, we are, let's bring in some new people, some new blood. It is a time. I mean, the Giving Pledge with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett to donate like half your $1 billion worth, is huge. I mean, that all of a sudden woke up the whole world.
That was an amazing feat.
Yeah, and I mean, and they were just on 60 Minutes this past weekend, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett talking about it, and Warren Buffett was saying he's going to write a book on how to survive on $500 million. For all those billionaires who can't seem to do it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I know, I thought that was really hysterical. I was like, good one.
But I think, you are essentially doing a very interesting thing with your book as well. You're almost opening a portal to show people that this stuff happens, but this is still an important thing for society to be involved in.
Absolutely, absolutely. We all have to be involved because we have a government that doesn't take care of all our people. So in the United States, philanthropy starts where government leaves off. It's a different situation in Europe, and there's a different, approach to philanthropy in Europe, because the government does a lot more. So people feel differently about it.
And so you're totally focusing on your book right now. It was just recently published.
Yes.
And you were trying to share it with everyone else.
Well, it's on Amazon.com, it's in Kindle, and it's in paperback.
The question I want to ask you is, where do you want to take it from here? Now that it's published, it's out on Amazon, people can get it from their homes if they'd like. But from then on, where do you see this going for you?
Well, I'm very passionate about the subject matter, so I would like to speak about philanthropy. I would like to continue my career in philanthropy, and I would also like to turn this book into either a movie or a sitcom of some sort, or some kind of like series on HBO. I think it has enormous potential.
The adult female version of Mean Girls.
But it also relates to Desperate Housewives, which was an enormous success.
Yeah.
And I think that what's lacking on TV right now is the ensemble cast friendships that people find so comforting.
Kind of like
Friends, like Seinfeld. The only other one that I can think of, I don't watch that much TV, is Big Bang. That's another group of close friends that are always with each other. So it kind of would speak to that, because I have the archetypes, I have the characters, and you could just roll from there.
That would be amazing. We would love to see that, and we would love for anyone else who's maybe interested in helping you make that happen.
Yes,
I would be a total supporter. So thank you so much for being here and talking with us about your book. It's called The Giving Game, and as you mentioned, you know exactly where to find it. And again, we're here with Merri Lee Marks. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.